Something new.
Mandalorian Season 2. Chapter 9, The Marshal.
Yes. Interesting how they spelled Marshal.
Yeah, I thought it looked weird.
Should be 2 L's. Then.
Gotta pull from the supernatural a little bit. Then, now.
The whole season 1. Gus Fring shows up. Baby Yoda showing his powers. They bring up the ancient war between Mandalorians and Jedi, which we've been seeing a bit in
Clone
Wars,
which we should get back to.
Yeah. Dark saber wielding Gus in the wreckage of a TIE fighter.
That's how season 1 ends. Yep.
Now. Carry on my wayward son. Sorry.
I mean, pretty much.
Start with ring fighting with those pig guard things.
From, well, I mean, we know them from Jabba's palace, but
yeah,
they've shown up a couple times in the show.
So Mando goes to see Gore Crash, who was voiced by John Leguizamo.
Sure.
Couldn't save your best friend from some John Leguizamo. He cheats in the fight and betrays Mando.
Yep.
Shocking.
Yeah, he's a gambling man, asking Mando if he's a gambling man. Mando's like,
I don't like to leave things up to chance.
Yeah, not if it can be avoided. And guy basically says, yeah, me too. And blows away the fighter that's beating his fighter. And then everyone turns their guns on Mando, and he's like, also, by the way, this isn't left to chance either. Give me your stuff.
Yeah. It does not go well for Gore. Mando, because he's trying to get information about another Mandalorian who might have information for him.
Regarding the child's people.
Mm-hmm. And, basically Gore is like, well, let me live. I'll tell you. And Mando's like, I promise you will not die by my hand.
Okay, here's your information.
So Gore tells him that the Mandalorian he knows is on Tatooine. So Mando walks away, leaving Gore kind of hanging by his feet. He's like, hey, cut me down, blah, blah, blah. He's like, meh. Shoots out the light, and the little Jawas come out.
I thought they were Jawas, but they were like some kind of dog creature.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Red eyes, whatever.
Yeah,
so
I thought
he's
they were Jawas.
Presumed dead, but I don't know because that would just seem weird for a one-off cameo. I mean, John Leguizamo, he's not like a huge name, but he's big enough that I don't know that we've seen the last of him. We didn't see him get mauled or anything. We didn't even get a hint of an off-screen death.
I think we got a scream. But
yeah.
I know. No body, no death, right?
Right. Well,
but at the same time, it's the kind of show where random people want to do cameos. To be like, I wanna get my name on some Star Wars credits.
Sure. He did get a top billing, so I
mean, Bill Burr's character died, right?
No.
Oh, he was the one
he was imprisoned.
Right.
So I don't know that we've seen the last of them either.
Kind of hope not.
Yeah. So it goes to Tatooine and lands at the place where Amy Sedaris' character, which I can't remember her name. She's the mechanic. She has the little droids. So he lands, and she's like, she immediately recognizes, even before he comes out of the ship, like, oh yeah, it's Mando, and the little droids start going, and she's like, no. He comes out, and he's like, might as well let him work on it. She's like, oh, you like droids now.
Because.
Yeah. I don't even know per se, but he has more trust
Right.
She's a delight. And she's
Yeah.
just so excited to see Baby Yoda again. And I don't think that was acting.
It's like, I need your help. She's like, you want me to watch him?
Oh, you remember me.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
Eh.
wah, wah. Like Isaac does.
Faker.
He is sometimes. I want attention.
You weren't watching, but towards the end of the night when he was getting frustrated, he would just... I would tell him no, or I'd take something away from him, and he would just flop onto his back. Then kick his feet. And then look at you. And then get up and ask for it again. No. Repeat.
That... Okay, I'm sorry, off topic. Our children have thus far, like, completely fell into their perspective order roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isaac knows what's up. He's like, I'm the baby.
I get what I want.
No, honey.
If I'm told no, that means I have something I can do where they pick me up. Anyway.
So they go to this old mining town, and there's a man wearing Mandalorian armor called the Marshal. He's not Mandalorian, though. His name is Cobb Vance. It's 2 Firefly names, by the way.
Just say it.
Vance.
Vance was the guy in the Heart of Gold episode. He was the bad guy.
Okay, interesting. It's played by Timothy Oliphant, which I mistakenly had said Olmanson because, I'm sorry, Timothy Oliphant and Olmanson, and the one that immediately sprung to mind was Olmanson because we've watched more stuff with him than Oliphant. Like, this is the first thing I've ever actually seen him in.
And also, IMDb listed him as Timothy O.
All.
Fair, but...
But anyway, so he's wearing this Mando armor, which, by the way, I haven't seen confirmation of it because I haven't looked for confirmation, but that's definitely Boba Fett's armor.
Fett's armor. He's got the eyepiece. He's got the rocket backpack.
But it just...
The coloration, the denting, everything was...
And he got it from the Jawas.
On Tatooine.
But Mando is pissed about someone else wearing the armor. So, they're about to throw down, and Marshal's like, gonna do this in front of the kid? Yeah, he's seen worse.
He's seen worse.
Uh-huh. And he's just like...
I hide in the pot.
No, and then there was... Well, then, at the beginning, when they were at the fight, and everyone else was ganging up on Mando. And it was in the trailer, but Baby Yoda sees Mando
activate something on
and
his
he's
wrist
just like,
rocket thing.
Whoop.
Yeah, activates the egg, and then when Mando starts fighting, it kicks the egg across the room. Mando is much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Cavalier about, like, letting the child follow him at his own pace. Like, he just kind of left him in the fighting ring and walked out, and then Baby Yoda kind of waddles back in the shot. And then he just walks into the bar, and then the child kind of wanders in at his own pace. It's like, I mean, I guess there's much more going on last year with other people trying to take the child. So maybe it's just, lengthening the leash a bit.
Yeah.
It's just interesting, his attitude about it.
Right. So they're about to throw down Mando and Cobb. And there's some shaking going on, and Baby Yoda's like, the fuck?
He did say that.
I know. Is there an earthquake? Stampede? No, sandworm.
Sandworm.
Or alligator thing. Cobb says, maybe we can work something out. That creature's been terrorizing these parts. Cobb has been protecting the town with the armor. Offers to give the armor back if Mando helps kill the creature. So they get on their bikes or whatever. Cobb, he's got the longer one. It's a nice phallic symbol speeder there, Cobb. The creature started attacking after news of the second Death Star blowing up. After that, the mining company moved in and enslaved the town.
So,
in this flashback, he grabs an ice cream maker full of crystals and ended up buying the armor with it. The Jawas really wanted the crystals. They kept trying to, this, and he sees the armor. He's like, no, I want that. Is the story true? Kind of that thought crossed my mind.
yeah.
I think it was.
I think it was now at this point, yeah. But at the time, it was like, are you just making this up to build yourself up? Because he was kind of being a little braggadocious about it. Kind of, the mining company came in, killed about half a dozen townsfolk. I probably took out about double what they took out. Just kind of building himself up. But they had the reenactment or the memory or whatever, and he basically uses the armor to intimidate the soldiers and protects the townspeople.
So they're looking for this sandworm thing, and they're cornered by alien dogs. Mando speaks their language. Also, the dogs belong to the Sand People, the Tuskens. They also want to kill the Great Dragon, which lives in the pit of a Sarlacc at 8.
So, dealing with the badass mofo. Because Cobb's like, there's no such thing as an empty Sarlacc pit. Mando says, there is if you eat it. So.
So, there's a scene where Cobb and Mando are talking with the Sand People. There's some tension because the Tuskens raid Cobb's village. There's not a lot of trust there, but they have a common goal now.
Right.
And they do this like model thing where Cobb is like, that's not to scale. It's like, no, it is. We don't have enough reinforcements. Like, well, where are we going to get those reinforcements? Mando's like, I kind of volunteered your village. Oh.
So they head back.
So they have this town meeting, and Cobb is like, all right, so I have this armor, and Mando here wants it back because of, basically, it's cultural appropriation, right?
That's,
his culture, his people, demand I give it back. He basically tells the town people, like, look, he's good people. I'm willing to give the armor back, but, we need to get rid of this sandworm, this dragon, whatever. So he's going to help us do that, and I'll give him the armor back. But we need to also side with the Tuskens, and everyone's like, no. And the bartender guy said, they're monsters, said the horrifying bartender of the Sand People. Sand People will work with the townspeople as long as they get the carcass, and will never fire on the townspeople until the townspeople fire on them.
Seems fair.
Yeah. So they have this whole plan. They go start enacting it, like getting it all set up while the sandworm is sleeping. Cobb finally drinks this stinky water, something or other, that they were trying to get him to drink before me. He's like, I don't know what to do this. Oh, it's an insult. It's like not smoking the peace pipe.
Smoking the peace pipe. Yep.
So they set up explosives to be detonated once the body is over the explosives. They set it off, and it dives. And, dude, it keeps, like, puking some yellow shit on everyone. It's like, oh my gosh, that's my worst nightmare. It's a puking snake.
But it's, in dragon lore, there's dragons that breathe fire, there's dragons that breathe acid, there's dragons that breathe lightning, there's dragons that breathe frost, so it appeared to be some kind of a phosphorus acidic something, because it was spitting this stuff on mostly the Tuscans, and they seemed to be, melting or dying in some way.
Yeah. So it pops up from somewhere else, and Amanda's like, there it is.
You don't say, Mando.
Nice, Mando.
That's some great observation there. Joe Buck-ish.
So Mando and Cobb are like, okay, let's get it. They're having struggles. Mando comes up with a plan on the fly. So he Boba Fetted Cobb's backpack.
Yeah, so, he sees the bantha loaded up with a lot of the explosives, and he comes up with the idea to have the dragon swallow that bantha, and then he can set off the detonator. And
I think it's interesting he said, take care of the child.
Yeah. He said, take care of the child. Cobb said, what are you going to do? He said, I'll think of something. And then I think he was concerned that Cobb was going to try to stay and fight. So he knocks the back of his backpack a la Return of the Jedi when Han Solo spun around and accidentally knocked the back of Boba Fett's backpack, and he took off. Yeah, Willem screamed his way out of there. And the same thing happens to Cobb. Probably a defect they should get repaired. So yeah, he goes shooting off, and Mando stands there with the bantha, and I don't know did he shout at it, or did he just kind of wait?
He's just waited.
And the great dragon turned his attention on them and swallows them both. R.I.P. Mando, end of show.
Mando fucking, Men in Black blasts his way out of the mouth.
Nice reference.
Okay, well,
there.
no, Men in Black, he blasted his way out of the stomach. Eat me!
Eat me! And you were even making that reference before that, so very nice. But yeah, he jetpacked his way out of its mouth.
With this little lightning rod thing.
Yeah. Turns around, hits the detonator. Kaboom.
Kaboom. So everyone's happy. Cobb and Mando, have their handshake.
They blow it out.
Cobb gives the armor back. Let them know that you're the one that broke it. The Cobb says, I hope our paths cross again. So we're like, okay. Seems to be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm happy about. It's good. I like him. So the sand people are going through the carcass, and they find this round, it looks like a huge pearl. Possibly an egg. They were really excited about it.
And nobody said anything about it.
Well, no, actually, wasn't there something about they eat eggs? I thought in even the first season there was something about them getting really excited about finding eggs to eat.
Maybe. Hopefully that's all it was.
Yeah.
Because they were digging through the carcass, and they were really excited when they found that. It looked like they carved up a bit of it to get meat. Mando got himself a couple of chuck steaks.
And Baby Yoda's looking like, I'm not going to eat it.
I mean, yeah, he would.
I'll eat frogs. And then get canceled. I don't know.
Society. There will be more about that. I heard things. Just, we don't know what happened. We haven't gotten there yet. Apparently, Baby Yoda got canceled. Whatever. People are so
And then the episode ends with a shot of a scarred guy. Mysterious. I've seen that guy, though.
You have seen that actor before,
Yes.
or we have seen...
No, I've seen that actor before.
Okay. Yeah, there's just kind of a scarred guy who's observing and then turns around and walks away.
Oh, duh. I'm like, look at my phone. It's right here. Derp.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, picked up where it left off. Love it. Very enjoyable. Good story. Some amazing cinematography. There was the one shot of the Tusken Raider in front of the maw of the cave. And they just kind of zoom out and show him and the proportions and the scale of him in front of this cave.
It was very Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, it was really cool. Fight scenes are great. Effects are very simple. Yeah, they didn't try to do too much with the Great Dragon. They only ever showed the thing's head and neck.
But it still looked awesome.
It looked great, yeah. We never really got an impression of the shape, but
Oh, that's what
we have seen a dragon before in Clone Wars. I wonder if it was a similar creature.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. The cloaked figure at the end.
Yeah.
Jango Fett. He played Jango Fett in the prequels.
Man's put on some weight. That's interesting.
So, like, confirmation that was Boba Fett's armor.
I mean, yeah. Regardless of the character that he's playing, because Jango Fett got really decapitated. But,
Jango did?
yeah. Boba was
Okay.
the son.
So he's a clone.
Right. Yeah. Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
What?
He was the voice of the chief in Moana.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, if nothing else, the fact that he was introduced in the episode, that armor was introduced, it's gotta be Boba's armor.
Yeah. He was in Speed 2.
But I don't know what the deal is with that character.
Yeah, he's got to be a clone because...
Well, and in Clone Wars, we met, I think, a scarred up, abandoned, a clone that abandoned his post. But he kind of went on to live a secluded life. He may have even died at the end of the episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Well, he was left fighting.
Oh, right.
They flew off and we didn't actually see him die.
So what if that's him?
That would be wild and interesting. I'd be down with some Clone Wars tie-ins here.
Apparently in the 2004 DVD version of The Empire Strikes Back, he did voice Boba Fett, too.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. The fact that they brought that actor back.
I'm
And that's
cool
that
with
he was the last credited actor when they were doing the... He was Tamura Morrison.
Right.
So cool. I love it.
I love it.
They brought him back. Oh my
Interested to
gosh, that's so
see
cool.
who that character ends up being, but I really hope it's a clone. I hope it's that clone.
What if it's Boba?
It could be. In canon, Boba survives the Sarlacc pit. That could fucking be Boba. Oh man, tread lightly, Mandalorian. You got legions of fans who are prepared to march.
Oh, fuck them, though.
I know. Oh man. Yeah, could be.
That's his armor.
And maybe he's... Well, and Boba wasn't a Mandalorian either, but...
No. But... When, the first guy we saw, Gore Kareth?
Crash.
Gore Koresh. Was he in Clone Wars? Gore Koresh? Because that name really is ringing a bell.
Could be.
Could be. Anyway, I mean, he said Mandalorian on Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of assumed, but how would he know about this random Marshal going around wearing Mandalorian armor? Like,
Yeah. Maybe he was referring to Boba Fett.
yeah. He's scarred.
Mm-hmm. Possibly from the digestive juices.
Dude, I bet you any money it's Boba Fett. Well done.
Well done, Mandalorian. Make it so.
And that's why I really like this show, because even watching the episode, it's a slow burn.
Mm.
But then when you kind of start putting stuff together, it's like,
Oh,
dude.
shit. Yeah, and this show is off script. I mean, it's got to follow the canon, but this is uncharted territory. There's no expanded universe about this guy or the child. So this is all new. They can do what they want.
Yeah.
Which is cool because...
Well, and if that is Boba Fett, and if he's willing to talk, he could tell him about Yoda.
That's right.
I don't think he had any scenes with Yoda from what we saw, but...
But they were, again, what's the word? Around at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And timing works out.
It does. And they brought up the destruction of the second Death Star, which happened in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So the fact that they made that reference, the fact that the armor was there, and the fact that it's that actor... Oh, you clever bastards. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
Wow, I really want to keep watching now. And obviously we can't, but
No.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. All right.
All right.